well, they still struggled the past 2 games. And then on the opposite end of that, you've got a team who is finding themselves in the Washington Redskins, who have found their starting running back, who have found a way to win games, and not just found a way to win games here lately. I mean, they've been winning going away.
Pierre, so true. And, first of all, before I get into my rant, my commentary, let me just say, man, You shocked me. You fooled me. Congratulations, man, to the Washington Redskins. Coming into the season, I thought no way they would win more than 4 games. And they proved me wrong. Now they are, let's be honest, they're in the NFC least. Horrible division. They were the only team in that division with a winning record. So let's be honest, they didn't really beat anybody that was good this year, in my humble. But I'm throwing shade. Let me throw a ray of sunshine on the Washington Redskins. This matchup between the Redskins and the Packers is going to come down to quarterback play, in my opinion. Kirk Cousins, fantastic season. To my surprise, totally to my surprise, man. 29 touchdowns. He did have 11 interceptions. He is known to throw those things, but he threw for 4,166 yards, most in franchise history. Led the NFL in completion percentage. First time a Redskins quarterback has done that since Sonny Jurgensen, man. You got to give props to Kirk Cousins, but let's be honest, I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I trust Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has been there before. He's played in the playoffs. He's played well. He's won a Super Bowl. I don't trust Kirk Cousins, but congratulations to you guys for winning the NFC East. Salute and congratulations to Daimeon Banks, my brother, lifelong Redskins fan. Salute to Brandon Big Hugs Matthews, lifelong Redskins fans. My Aunt Robin, my niece Ashley, they love the Redskins, but I don't trust your quarterback. And like Will Smith says on the commercial for the movie Concussion, tell the truth. And the truth is, I don't trust you, Kirk Cousins. I just don't trust you. I trust Aaron Rodgers. Now, Jordy Nelson has been out all season. Like you said, Pierre, Green Bay was on fire to start the season, man. Aaron Rodgers was like, give him the MVP right now. But they tailed off. Injuries have beset them. Their running game has been non-existent to iffy. So there's been a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers to produce this season. And the play that really stands out in my mind that kind of turned their season back on the right foot was that miracle Hail Mary play on the last play of the game at Detroit.
Yeah, if they had not completed that pass, Daimeon, where would they be today?
They would be listening to our podcast instead of preparing for their game on Sunday, because they would not be in the playoffs. Because that play steadied their shit. It made them, exhale. Okay, let's win some games. Let's get into the playoffs. They positioned themselves where they had the opportunity to win the NFC North. But again, in my humble, I think they lost that game purposely so they could play the Redskins, because no one trusts the Redskins. Kirk Cousins, no one trusts you. I know you like that.
You like that? You like that?
you like that no one trusts you. But this is your first time in the playoffs, and I just can't see you beating a seasoned veteran in Aaron Rodgers. Now, take nothing away from a pretty good season from the Redskins. Now, that being said, if Deshaun Jackson can stretch the field and make big plays, they'll beat the Packers, man, because Deshaun Jackson he's a problem.
He's a game
for
breaker.
He's a problem for any defense. And, Green Bay's defense is not the best. So you have a chance, Redskins fans. I just don't trust you, Kirk Cousins. And I know you think I'm picking on Kirk Cousins. I don't know him personally, so I don't dislike him or like him. I'm just going off of, me watching him play. And he did have a breakout season this year. Gave people an inclination of what he could do. But I just don't trust you until you do it in the playoffs.
Yeah, Daimeon. And I think that some people are just forgetting one very important point. The Redskins this season, not that good on the road, right? But this year, they have been phenomenal at home. I mean, I think they've only lost, 2 games at home this season? They have been just great at FedEx Field. And so when you got a team who's trending in the right direction, and then you got another team who is doing the exact opposite, and they're playing against a team who is pretty daggum good at home, I'm going to shock you and the world by going Kirk Cousins and the Washington Redskins over Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers?
I'm going to say it two ways. I'm going to say it the normal way. Wow. And then I'm going to say it the way like I was from New York. Wow. Hey, man, I understand completely. I mean, you are drinking the Kirk Cousins Kool-Aid, but ask any NFL fan, if you needed a drive to win the game, would you rather have Kirk Cousins leading that drive or Aaron Rodgers? Man, I'm going with Aaron Rodgers, man, because he's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Kirk Cousins, he's Kirk Cousins. I mean, nothing against you, Kirk Cousins, but I just don't trust you, man. I'm getting back to that point. I don't trust you, and I understand you guys have been great at home this year, but you haven't been great at home in the playoffs. And this is the playoffs, Jack, and this is a different beast. All the pressure is on the Redskins. Green Bay has zero amounts of pressure. All the pressure is on Washington to prove that this 9-7 NFC least record is worth something. So I'm going Green Bay Packers 28, Redskins 20.
And to me, that's a bold prediction because the Packers hadn't been playing well at all lately. I mean, we talk about the same team who just went to Arizona and had people talking like Arizona was the best team in the league. You remember that a couple weeks ago. Everybody on talk shows, everybody on television was saying, oh, how great the Arizona Cardinals are. They just handle Green Bay like this. But Green Bay hadn't been playing good football. I think people are giving them way too much credit right now for something they did at the beginning of the season and in seasons past. What the Washington Redskins are doing is playing pretty good football right now. Not playing great football, but they're winning football games. And you'll see on Sunday how momentum can carry into the playoffs, and I think you'll see the Redskins come out with a pretty impressive victory.
I give the Redskins that. They play well later in the season, and they believe. But all the pressure is on the Redskins. The Packers have zero pressure. If the Packers get a lead early, I don't see the Redskins recovering because they're going to be nervous. There's so much pressure on them to succeed, to follow up that pretty good regular season with the playoff run. And I trust Aaron Rodgers more than I trust Kirk Cousins. It's just as simple as that. So I'm going 28-20 Green Bay Packers over the Washington Redskins.
Daimeon, as always, been a lot of fun, man. Special edition of the All Things Sport podcast today, going a little short. But catch us next week at our regularly scheduled time, 10 o'clock, Friday mornings, for more of the All Things Sport podcast.
Pierre, great show. I may be right. You may be wrong. You may be wrong. I may be right. I'm probably going to be right on these predictions, man. We'll see you guys on the next All Things Sport podcast. We go!
The All Things Sport Podcast with Daimeon Banks and Pierre Banks on Spreaker Radio.